It all began on a calm summer evening in Los Angeles. Julie Newmar, a mesmerizing woman who once defined the essence of Catwoman, sat quietly in her garden, her gaze following the fading light of dusk. An old acquaintance captured a photo that night, one that would later surface online. It showed Julie in her truest form, no makeup, no costume, just the woman herself. There was fragility in her posture, but also an undeniable glow. That image, more than any of her polished studio portraits, revealed the truth of her life, a woman who had lived deeply, loved fiercely, and endured silently. To understand how she arrived at that reflective moment, you have to return to the very beginning of her remarkable story. Born Julie Newmar in Los Angeles in 1933. Julie grew up in a home where intellect and art intertwined. Her mother was a dancer, her father a college professor, and from them she inherited both grace and brilliance. As a child, Julie stood out tall, stunning, and quick-witted, but her height, over 5'11", often made her feel out of place. She would later admit that she taught herself to move with elegance, not out of vanity, but survival, turning what others saw as awkwardness into pure confidence. Even then, she seemed to understand that beauty could be both a gift and a defense. Her youth was filled with movement, ambition, and relentless drive. Trained in ballet and classical dance, she joined the Los Angeles Opera Ballet while still a teenager. Yet, dance alone couldn't contain her restless creativity. Julie wanted more than applause; she wanted to be seen. So she packed her bags and set her sights on New York City, chasing the thrill of Broadway. It wasn't easy. She was told she was too tall, too distinct, too unconventional. But when Silk Stockings opened in 1955, Julie stole the spotlight. Her commanding stage presence made her impossible to ignore. He wasn't just another performer. She was an event. Hollywood took notice soon after. The camera adored her unique mix of sophistication and mischief, even if producers struggled to label her. Was she a bombshell? A comic? A mystery? Julie played them all with effortless magnetism. Then, in 1966, came the role that made her a legend, Catwoman in the Batman television series. She was the very definition of allure: graceful, clever, and dangerously charming. Her voice purred, her movements hypnotized. And behind the mask, Julie wasn't pretending. She was embodying every elegant contradiction her character represented. But fame, as always, came with shadows. Julie's beauty drew admiration from men everywhere, yet her heart stayed guarded. In the early 1970s, she married lawyer J. Holt Smith, and for a time it seemed like a fairy tale. But the pressures of success and expectation soon pulled them apart. Their union ended, but it brought Julie her greatest blessing: her son, John. Born with hearing and developmental challenges, John became the center of her world. Julie quietly stepped back from the spotlight to care for him, sacrificing her career for motherhood. Few realized how much she gave up, or how deeply she loved, because she never sought sympathy, only peace. Even away from Hollywood, Julie's presence was magnetic. Friends described her as sharp, fascinating, and unpredictable, an artist who could light up a room with a single glance. Rumors always surrounded her: secret romances, on-set rivalries, hidden heartbreaks. But Julie, ever the enigmatic Catwoman, never offered explanations. A lady, she once quipped, should always keep a little mystery. The 1980s and 1990s brought harsh changes for many stars of her era. Roles dried up, the industry moved on, and new faces took the stage. But Julie refused to fade into obscurity. Instead, she reinvented herself once more, turning her talents to real estate, design, and gardening. Her home became her sanctuary, filled with sculptures, blooms, and quiet creativity. Then, in 1995, came an unexpected tribute: the film to Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Julie Newmar? Though she didn't appear in it, the title alone was a nod to her lasting influence, reminding the world of her iconic charm and spirit. In time, health struggles slowed her, but her energy never dimmed. Her interviews grew more reflective, filled with wisdom and grace. Beauty, she said, isn't about youth, it's the soul shining through. Fans who met her in later years found her just as mesmerizing as ever, her poise untouched, her warmth genuine. She continued to greet admirers at conventions and events, always with that sly smile that once defined an era. One day, years later, a neighbor spotted her sitting beneath a blooming jacaranda tree in her garden, lost in thought. The moment was quiet, simple, and deeply human. A photo captured her there: no glamour, no pretense, just Julie, the woman the world had once adored for her perfection, now seemed even more beautiful in her truth. Julie Newmar's story isn't just about fame or beauty, it's about resilience, transformation, and the courage to live authentically. She defied the limits others placed on her, redefined herself again and again, and never stopped inspiring those who felt different or unseen. Her legacy endures, not just in the roles she played, but in the confidence and mystery she embodied throughout her life. As we look back at her most intimate moments, we see not just an actress, but a woman who lived fully with laughter, love, loss, and unwavering grace. The tall girl who once stood out for her difference became a woman who stood above the rest, proving that true power lies in embracing who you are. So next time you see Julie Newmar's image, that sly grin, those mesmerizing eyes, remember the story behind it. A story of beauty, strength, and reinvention. Like the cat she once portrayed, she always found her way back to her feet. If you were moved by her journey and want to uncover more hidden stories of Hollywood's most captivating legends, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more untold tales from behind the silver screen.